Welcome. Step on up. I see you're rocking our open carry, but this is just talking. Before your vocal cords vibrate or your keyboard chatters, you make a decision about what you're going to share and typically who you want to share it with. If it's something you don't believe in, you might tag it with something like, oh, you're not going to believe this, or if you're not sure, you might start with, do you believe this? It's what we call hedging. No hedge? Well, then it's in your yard. No tagging, just put it out there without any personal comment, then you own it. A heavy burden, if you care about that. Of course, not everybody does. Some, they just want folks to pay attention to them. Jimmy Buffett was going to teach a parrot to pull a cork out of a bottle of wine. What's in it for the parrot? Approval. Fair trade for a parrot, maybe, but pretty damn sad for a would-be sentient adult. Beg pardon. Academic folks have a real fancy hedge. They carefully cite their sources. The fact that then anybody can see where their information came from tends to make them real careful about those sources. You can see how different that is from somebody reading something on social media that they like from God knows where and copy tweeting it or whatever to everybody they're connected to. Meanwhile, they're getting other people's copies of that same stuff, but it looks like everybody believes this is true. Well, maybe, and they're part of everybody, but nobody's asking for the source. Is it believable just because you see it a lot? A whole lot of fertilizer isn't any less like fertilizer than a little bit. The question is whether it's as deep as the top of your boots and if you can smell what it is you've gotten yourself into. Folks talk about social echo chambers, which basically means where we're social, we tend to hear things we agree with. Well, sure. I spend social time with people I get along with. When hasn't that been true? Maybe what's changed, though, is that some folks are losing a grip on the difference between fact and opinion, or fact and supposition. Supposition is the $20 word for what you suppose to be true, but there's nothing that proves it. It just sounds right, and maybe you've heard it a lot. You can see where that's going. I'm remembering back, and you'll know it's a lot of years, to the playground challenge. Oh yeah, says who? Now, we didn't ask that about everything, but then we were just kids. Maybe being childlike is not asking that more often. Certainly it's childish to parrot for approval or just to fit in somewhere. Well, guess I better get back to it. Thanks for just talking.